但是你们讲的是非常好，所以我觉得没关系。
All right. Okay. No, that's fine. So that's it?
That's it.
All right, thanks a lot, Debbie. So tonight my general evaluation for the meeting is I'm very impressed that Ursula really spoke a lot of Mandarin tonight. It's amazing how she worked with Elliot to get this meeting going, and it went really well. And then the second thing is the meeting went on schedule, so that was good. Some of the small minor thing is the schedule itself. It's a little bit confusing with the names switching around. I know some of the people dropped off the last minute, so that wasn't really helpful in just really getting things done the last minute. So other than that, I think the meeting, the meeting went very well, and good job, guys. So let's give our Toastmaster a round of applause. Welcome back up.
Thank you, Mr. Evaluator, General Evaluator.
谢谢 Robert。现在我们很想知道我们的嘉宾们你们有印象对不对？我们要听说他们是谁 ？David, your impressions of our meeting. We're asking for guests' impressions of the meeting.
Well, I didn't know as this developed. Everyone has their own job. Everyone seems very dedicated. Everyone loves what they're doing. Everyone seems to be learning a lot, so I'm really excited. Unfortunately, I probably have another month before I leave, but I'll come back in September. So yeah, you guys, it's awesome. It's great.
Thank you.
I think everyone here is very enthusiastic, and I really appreciate that Alan invited me here, that he invited me 1,000 times and finally count. And I think it's really great that I feel like I want to do more things once I hear everyone talking. So thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me here.
谢谢。
Well, I'm really impressed by the group because I've been to other Mandarin events, and this is really focused. And I think that's really helpful for people that are trying to learn either English or Mandarin. And the fact that you have a theme is really good, and the fact that you run a schedule is quite impressive. So I'm really happy I came.
Connie.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I'm really impressed by the entire group. I couldn't really understand a lot of the Mandarin, but I felt like everybody had great enthusiasm and like a really high level of speeches and presentation, and it was really well organized.
Yay! Are you a guest or you're a member? I think you're a member. She's a member.
We'll be a member.
We'll be today, right?
What's your impression today?
I was late.
But what you saw was fantastic, right? So at this point, we do want to bring the president back here, but I do want to say, for the benefit of those of you who made these comments, this group tries really, really hard, because it's not easy to create something that came out from nowhere. This is the first group that tried very hard to make it not only a speech and leadership skill development, but we're trying to do it Shuangyu. We're trying to do it in 2 languages. We're encouraged that Ursula...
We are doing it in 2 languages.
We are doing it in 2 languages. How about that? Yes. So all it took was courage on all our part, but the other part is on us as audience, listening to the effort there and understanding it. We're learning English, we're learning Chinese, we're learning Mandarin, but we also are learning public speaking, and we also are learning leadership. And at this point, I'm going to bring our leader, Robin Ram.
Toastmaster. Thank you so much for everybody to come to tonight's meeting. I know we had a great show tonight here from Elliot and Ursula. So we are going right now to set the agenda for next week's meeting. Now, before I do that, I just want to ask if any officers has any announcements to make.
Can I just have all the guests, new guests,
Okay.
just stay for a few minutes and I'll talk to you guys after the meeting.
Okay. So if all the new guests could see Alan, who'll take down your name and he'll ask you for money. No. Okay. So without any further announcement, I'm going to go ahead and set for next week's agenda.
Actually, Robert, can I
Yes.
I just want to make a note for anyone who's kind of been new that there is a YouTube channel that you can watch your speeches, and I'm now the person responsible for uploading the videos. So you can go onto YouTube and watch those. They're unlisted, so not the general public doesn't get to see them, but you certainly can. So if you want more information, you can contact one of us for additional information. We could maybe send out a global email once again just to get a baseline again.
Oh, so this is Ursula. She is our Vice President of Education. And that is our Vice President of Membership. So I'm giving all the glory to the President, sorry. These are the other 7 leaders that are running this club. For the Vice President of Education, those of you, we need to know that she wants to give you all opportunities to come here to make a speech. But the squeaky wheel is going to end up over here. Meaning, if you don't ask her, put me up here, you might be forgotten. So I want you to do 2 things. Get the courage to come up and ask her, put me up there. But she also has a responsibility as a leader to assign all of you, to make sure all of you have a role and a speaking opportunity. It's the only way we can grow as a club, as speakers. So Vice President of Education.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So for next week's meeting, we will need an English and a Mandarin Toastmaster. Who would like to volunteer for these 2 roles at this time? Okay. Right away. Would you like to be English or Mandarin?
English.
Okay, you'll be an English Toastmaster. All right. Now, Alan, would you have her start taking the names down of all the different people that will be playing the role?
Okay.
Okay. So, Mandarin Toastmasters. Who would like to be the Mandarin Toastmaster?
Oh.
I have to note that there is a script that I made an adjustment to that's going to be a little bit more helpful for people who feel like their Mandarin skills need a little assistance. I just want to make sure that people know that there are some resources to be able to do it, and of course you can practice a little bit more than I seem to have practiced.
So it's not going to be an improv, right? You have a script, so people can just read off the script if they're Mandarin. It's not so good. So anybody would like to volunteer to be a Mandarin Toastmaster?
I'll be.
All right.
Kathy.
Kathy is going to be a Mandarin Toastmaster. Okay, great. All right. Then let's go ahead and get some speakers going. Who would like to speak for next week's meeting? You said, Kayla, you want to speak for next week's meeting?
English.
You want to do in English?
Yeah.
Okay. What speech will that be for you?
Number 4.
Okay, so Kayla is going to do her number 4th speech. Anybody else would like to give? Sue, right? Yay, Sue. Are you going to do in English or in Mandarin? Okay, you're going to do in English. Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, now we need a Mandarin speech for our 3rd speech. Anybody would like to give a Mandarin speech for this?
Well, we have
One slot.
Marco, who was supposed to be speaking, and he's an English speech too. So now we have 3 English speeches. No.
Yes, we do try to get a Mandarin speech every week.
I'll do a
so that-
Chinese if no one's speaking it. I'll come out and try.
Anybody want to push it?
Debbie.
Debbie, you want to do it? You want to give it a shot?
I don't think I have time to prepare a speech.
You don't have time for a speech.
Are
Okay.
you letting her off the hook, Debbie?
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't want to embarrass herself right now, right?
Oh.
So, anybody else? You want to try it,
next
Sammy?
week or the week after?
Why don't we do it next week? Why don't you do it then?
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay, Samuel.
Good.
Okay, so Samuel's Mandarin. That's going to be your second
Second
speech. Okay, Samuel's second speech. Now we're going to need to find evaluators for all these speeches. So let's go ahead and find an evaluator for Kayla's speech. Anybody would like to evaluate Kayla's number 4 speech? Don't be shy now.
I'm going to be helping her with prep so that I would have a conflict of
Oh,
interest.
conflict of interest, yes. JJ.
Probably
I will be Kayla's evaluator for next week.
Thank you.
Okay, and then now we have the second person who else was Kathy's gonna give a speech? I'm sorry.
Sue.
Sue, I'm sorry, Sue. So who would like to evaluate for Sue's speech? Also an English speech.
I could do that.
No conflict of interest, right?
No,
All right. Okay, sure. So Ursula is going to be evaluating Sue's speech, and who will be doing Samuel's Mandarin speech? Evaluator. Any Mandarin speaker like to give that a shot? Would you like? No?
How about you, Allison?
Do you think it would be possible to send me the speech a little bit before, like the night before?
Yeah.
Right now we have 3 speech each week, whether it can be more flexible, either 3 or 4 speech, so that we can move up the level faster. Right now probably too slow to move up the level.
I agree with you, but for the interest of time, that we won't have enough time for evaluation. Because each evaluation is about 2 to 3 minutes. So 3 speeches and then you add the evaluation, it's going to be a little bit difficult.
Hey, Robert, will you put on the new actors for next week on the board?
It's going to be in February. So next week is still going to be here. Yeah.
他们今天有还比较晚。